So, quick two things before we get into it. First, a trigger warning, content warning. The whole show is about killing yourself, and it does not handle the topic well at all. So if you're uncomfortable hearing about that, this is your one chance to click off. I don't blame you if you do. Don't worry about it. Second, I'm going to be a D1 hater today. I do not have a lot of nice things to say about Platinum End. So let's start with the good. The animation, well, when they're doing more than just yapping, it looks decent. There's a bit of noticeably bad CG, and some faces get kind of messed up every once in a while, but it's fine. All the character designs are also pretty good. Some feel kind of generic, and then there's like Hajime, who I love his big old doe eyes, but the brother is ugly as hell, let's be real. The soundtrack is nice, it fits the show well, and honestly, sometimes it feels wasted on Platinum End. But the opening and endings are also really good. I like the opening song especially. I just fuck with Bandmaid's sound. Like, all their songs sound similar, but they also all go hard. And the show's ending is objectively funny. Now for the bad. So you know how, like, in school, if you, like, didn't do well on an assignment or, like, didn't try, and the teacher hits you with that, like, I know you can do better? I think I finally understand what that means. Because if you don't know, Platinum End is made by the same guys who made both Death Note and Bakuman. In fact, they even reference in Bakuman what is probably the early drafts of Platinum End, with, like, the Sentai and the Angels thing. And while neither of their other series is perfect, they're at least entertaining to watch. The writing is just bad all around, and nothing is explained properly. There's huge exposition dumps for, like, no reason. The angels themselves don't even know how the arrows and wings fully work. Like, dialogue is clunky at best, and just downright exposition dumping unlistenable at worst. Like, holy shit, they yap on and on. In the final Metro Man fight, it was about 3 episodes longer than it could have been, because they just had to have the man keep talking into a fucking hole. The characters are all also fairly one note. Not only that, but almost all the god candidates are, like, objectively bad people. Any of the good ones, with the exception of just the girl who's like, I'm just a girl, I want to, like, have things. She's fine. Any of the other, like, quote, good people, or at least innocent people, died in, like, the first stages. Or, in the case of Stage 5, it just gets character assassinated. Like, he starts off like a good man, he wants to, like, protect his family and shit. And then, by the end of the Metro Man fight, he just gets reduced to John Murder. Like, it's just... why? Like, among them, there's the main guy, right? He wants to be happy, okay, I can get behind that. But he's actually so annoying. Like, I get not wanting to kill someone because your dad said it was bad or whatever. But, like, Metro Man killed an actual 10-year-old, bro. And is talking about killing off literally all of the poor and ugly people on the planet. Like, maybe he's gotta go, right? And then there's his, like, girlfriend. She somehow twists her bullying him after his parents literally exploded, by the way, into her being, like, the victim because she feels real bad about it. But at least she's tolerable and actually grows as a person, which is rare in this. And then there's God's strongest atheist, Dr. Kenpachi, who shows up in, like, the last act and just kind of yaps about God not being real for 7 episodes and then, like, kills a couple people for science. And almost, like, stops the whole God selection thing, which I think would have been a better ending, honestly. And finally, there's Mr. Suicide. He wants people to be able to kill themselves. Only if they want to, of course. Because life is hard or whatever. He was just like, if you want to die, you should be able to do that. That's, like, his whole stance. And you'll never believe who they make God. Oh, right, yeah. That's what this is about, by the way. They have to choose God. Like, the premise itself is so self-important, too. God, like, capital G God, decides he wants to retire or whatever, and orders all the angels to find the saddest 13 people alive and stop them from killing themselves, all to, like, decide who will get to succeed him. All because they are, quote, the most likely to make changes in the world since they're so dissatisfied with it or whatever. But actually, it's not the saddest 13 people in the world. It's the saddest 13 people in Tokyo, which is hand-waved away as Japan having like a high suicide rate, despite being so prosperous, being good enough for them. And the angels aren't written any better, by the way, but at least Nase is like funny to listen to sometimes. Like, she talks like ChatGPT. And she does hit some funny lines, like when the main guy is like sad in the beginning after his aunt like kills herself. She deadass hits him with, "You should kill your uncle about it." But other than that, they're just kind of non-entities at best. Like, the Angel of Knowledge doesn't fully know how the arrows and wings work. Like, can we be for real? And it all comes out at the end that it's like, well, actually, the species that God came from, they just want to find a way to die. Yeah, that's like the whole thing. Like, why are we here? Anyway, you'll never believe it, Mr. Suicide becomes God. And everyone actually gets a fairly happy ending. Like, the main characters get together, Dr. Zaraki can do whatever he wants, materialistic girl gets a big paycheck, everyone gets their happy ending. And then in the final scene of the show, after he checks in with everybody, sees they're all doing good, the guy who made it known from frame one that he wanted to kill himself, he looks across the entire world, and I cannot make this up. He sees suffering, and the moment that his, like, attendant angel turns her back, God kills himself, and the entire universe ends. Nothing fucking mattered, everyone dies, the end.
Oh no, the moment I turned my back on him, God killed himself.
Maybe it's like a commentary on like Japan having a self-centered worldview and the ideation of suicide and like a reliance on God being not something we should do or something like that. But honestly, it's just bad writing. Fuck the last 23 episodes of Progress. Fuck any character growth. New God found out about Jeffrey's Island, so now everybody has to die. Not just everybody, everything. Also, it's not even genre consistent. Like, it feels like it wants to be 3 different shows, with like the Dark Sentai thing in the opening with Metro Man, then like the Mystery of the Angels and God with Kenpachi PhD, or the romance and healing between Red and Yellow. Like, it's doing multiple different things, and they're all done badly. This shit was so ass. Like, a 2-pack is not enough to describe how bad it was. It was a whole 24-pack of ass. A shitload of fuck, if you will. I genuinely feel like I wasted 8+ hours of my life. It wasn't even fun. All in all, don't watch Platinum End. You only lose a part of yourself. I give it like a 2. I know the author can do better. I've seen them do better. Anyway, I'm sorry to be a hater today. I thought this would be fun when I picked it. I read the manga before, so I knew it was bad, but the anime it was so much worse. Because at least with the manga, you can like, my eyes can glaze over while they yap for 3 pages straight. You can't do that in the show. You just have to sit through the whole thing. Anyway, next week we'll be looking at Recreators. Until then, I'm a man who's never getting those 8 hours back, and this has been Platinum End. Thanks for watching.